Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing another Arrow review. We're going to be reviewing Arrow 112 titled Vertigo. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the button below, subscribe for new, notifications on. Let's get right into the Arrow review. So, there's no previously on segment, which is normally in the beginning of the episodes. This entire show pretty much did that, unless it's like a serious type episode. I think season 6 had an episode like that, when it was relating to gun violence and that. I don't think they did a previously on segment then. I'm assuming the reason they didn't for this is because it was dealing with drug problems and with Thea in the last episode doing drugs and dying to it. And Oliver just going full on revenge mode here. I'm assuming that was put in place just to put more in the episode. Flash quit doing that, which really worked for season 8. We got more in the show than a 2 to 3 minute previously on segment, which even the Marvel shows sometimes screw over on, like She-Hulk. They take up like 4 minutes of previously on segments and then like 4 minutes of credits. It really shortens down the episode, and that's not good. But the Arrowverse shows, whether I like it or not, the release announcements were always small and always worked, and it never exceeded anything. We still got a good amount of scenes, but when they don't do it, they're doing it for a reason, and the reason was to show the fact that this is a Oliver that wants revenge. He's out for revenge. He's hunting, and this is, why they didn't do that. It would have been 2 to 3 minutes cut off. I think we need those 2 to 3 minutes, and I'm glad they didn't do it previously on. Like I said, he's hunting the Vertigo suppliers. What happened to Thea. And the guy who was chasing is actually the guy who plays Captain Singh, or formerly Captain Singh, David Singh on The Flash, which he died in this episode. I don't remember his name. Not the actor, the guy who was playing. But he did die to the Count, who is the Vertigo's supplier. But I knew that was coming. I just didn't notice this episode. It took me a minute to realize. It wasn't until later in the episode that I realized it was him. Because he's a lot younger. Because, this was like nearly 10 years ago. So, actually next month it'll be 10 years. Ironically enough. But nonetheless, I was not expecting to be this episode, but I'm very glad it was, because, the actor's amazing. We all know that. He's amazing at Sing. But it's so weird to see. I'm pretty sure the guy who was a Count, wasn't he also on The Flash as the Trickster's son? I swear to God, he looks familiar. I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure. I have to look into it more, but I'm pretty sure he was. So we learned that Oliver, in between this episode and the previous episode, 111, that he took down 2 other of the Vertigo people. People were buying Vertigo to get a supplier. The other 2 didn't talk. The third guy did, which again looks like Captain Singh, the same actor. Dick reminds Oliver that Thea's hearing is in a few hours and that he should go. They arrive at the courthouse. The press is harassing Thea, trying to get questions and that, or answers, I should say. The judge doesn't let Thea go, or doesn't let her walk. And he's just throwing the book at her at this point to make an example out of her. Because most people don't get that. She was trying to get on bail and all that. She doesn't go to prison. They were treating her as a juvenile, not an adult, even though she's 18, which, first off, she should be trying as an adult. I get it was done 2 days prior to when she was 18, but we try 16-year-olds as adults when they do dangerous stuff. We've literally had people in this country, in the United States of America, we've had people who are 16 years old and who do drugs and drive under the influence get tried as an adult and take prison time if they don't agree to help. Now, I'm assuming, I don't know if that has actually happened prior. Like, those kids have actually gone to jail. Some probably have. But to say that, they can't do that in the show, it's stupid. And that's a lawyer being stupid. They can do that. If you're 16 and you drive under influence, you're an adult. Like, legally, you're an adult. If you can drive, you should be driving as an adult. That's how I see it. That's how many people see it. Yeah. If you can drive, you're an adult. Alright? Technically, you're an adult. Unless you're just irresponsibly immature 90% of the time. So, Oliver knew one of the detectives and who was working on the Vertigo case, and it was McKenna Hall, Detective Hall. And the police department has known about the count, I think she said for months, but they don't have anything on him. Not really at all. So they can't move on him, so it doesn't really help anything. The count had the fake Singh, the guy who played Singh. I don't know his name, but if I say that, I'm talking about him. Had him in a chair, he killed him. He overdosed him with vertigo. That's how he died. And then he learned that the Hood is after him, and he's kind of interested in it. Laurel's looking at a news report of Thea and the whole thing. Oliver goes to see Laurel to get her to talk to Quinn to try to convince the judge to go easy on Thea, which is smart. I mean, legally speaking, he is a police officer, detective. He has ins with judges. Most officers do. So if they want favors done, they do that. That's not him being a crooked cop. That's not him being a bad cop. That is him holding up the end of a favor. Most likely that will lead to him needing to do a favor. But that's how it works with police officers and judges. Sometimes. Sometimes judges don't care. Obviously, this judge did. And, with Quentin, we learned that he let Sarah go on several charges relating to theft or, whatever, with stores and drugs and all that. So, in Laurel, they compare Sarah to Thea, which is what pushed Quentin to do that. But, again, that's not Quentin being crooked. That is being a cop. When you're a cop, you have that connection to a judge. That's how that works. Because sometimes you need it. Oliver said, Oliver and Dig go to the broad fight. Dig tells Oliver to follow his lead no matter what, because he knew he'd have to do things that he wouldn't like. The Bradford got in touch with the Count and agrees to meet Oliver. And the Bradford said to Oliver that if he doesn't kill a man, they can't help him. So he pretended to kill someone. He just knocked him out, made it seem like he didn't have a pulse. A couple minutes later, woke him up, knocked him out again, told him to give him a new identity, get him out of the city and the country, and just give him a whole new life. And so they pretty much did. Or what would believe to have been done. Thea got off of the charges thanks to Laurel and Quentin. Thea is getting 500 hours of community service and 2 years of probation. And that'll be all under Laurel, which Thea does not care about. But Oliver tells Laurel when she starts leaving, thank you, and, to keep doing it. And she'll come around. Thea wants to go to jail to get at Moira for cheating on Robert and Walter, because she still thinks that. So then Oliver tells Thea that Robert was the one that cheated on Moira. Thea didn't believe him, but so she stormed off. And then Moira tells Oliver, shame on you, you're an idiot. Along those lines. And, come on, she's 18. Yeah, she just got drug problems and driving under the influence. But she's 18. If she can't handle that, obviously most people mature at different ages. So we all learn things different ages, right? Like, yeah. the meeting with the Count is officially set. They got a call from the Brafa. It's ready to go. They call him the Count because it looks like a vampire killed the people that he's killed. Like, there's scratch marks on their neck and from the needles that he uses. So that's why they call him the Count. The cops show up pretty much at the end of their deal. And Oliver and Dig get back in the car. The Bradford pretty much starts to leave. The two guys are there. The Count and his two men are getting away. Oliver goes after him and takes out two of the guys. The Count goes downstairs. Oliver follows and gets stabbed with vertigo with half a dose. Detective Hall went after the Count Vertigo and all them. They end up getting away somehow with her not getting hurt. I don't know how, but that happened. They didn't really show that, but did got Oliver out of there just in time before the cops came in. So it did work out for Oliver. He was still feeling side effects at the end of the episode, and to the point where he didn't bring his gear to fight the Count, because he doesn't really need it most of the time. However, someone placed him at the scene, and Detective Hall did that. It wasn't to sell Oliver out. It's just that she can't lie when she's a cop. She can't do that. She can get in trouble if other cops find out the truth. They'll think she's dirty, and that will not end well for a cop, let alone a woman cop. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's the truth. Female cops are treated differently than male cops, especially in this day and age, especially then. So if she were caught lying, she would most likely be fired. Compared to if it was a male cop, probably not. That's the world we live in. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's the truth. 90% of the time in big cities with cops, that's how it is. Small cities, you don't really see that much. Or small towns, you don't really see that. But in big cities, especially where it's known, criticism among cops or women cops or even male cops, it's different for everyone if you have connections. And maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. But it still would have looked bad for her if she straight up lied about Oliver not being there. So it wouldn't have ended well. So she did have to say that. And Oliver said he didn't see the Count's face and that he got there through a Russian mob. Which, why he said he didn't see his face, I guess he didn't see Oliver chase after the guy, right? And I guess he didn't want there to be connections, because if he did, he probably thought it through, which is smart, but you got really lucky that no one actually saw them talking together. So that was lucky on him. Oliver was walking up the steps telling Dig they need to run the analysis on Vertigo to find out where the hell he is, and he started to pass out heading up the stairs, which he realized and turned around before he actually went head first backwards down the stairs. Could have killed him. But Dig and Oliver had to quickly consolidate. He didn't go to the hospital. He's still out of it somewhat. Doesn't really have full balance. And then Dig and Oliver go to see Felicity to get the Vertigo rain to see where it's coming from, so they can get Vertigo down for good and get him out of this business, really. And Dig jokes that Oliver's sores are getting worse, which they are as time goes on. Felicity got a location for Oliver. He's going to it. He tried to shoot Dig said Oliver will not go if he cannot hit the ball out of his hand. Which, he's lucky Oliver didn't shoot. Because he grabbed the bow and arrow, pointed it right at that ball, and then he started getting affected. Which, Oliver's not stupid. He knows, like, he can control his hands in that. It just makes him dizzy and nauseous and all that. Make you think you're seeing things that you're not. That's what Vertigo is. So, it was smart of him not to shoot. I don't think he would have. I don't think he's that risky, because he knows he can kill Dig or hurt him badly. But, yeah, Dig got lucky on that. So, Oliver didn't take his bow and quiver. He just went with his hood and his suit. That's it. So he shows up to where the Count and his men are. He takes them all out. He gets the count, and he stabs him with several doses of vertigo. The cops show up, and Quinn manages to talk Oliver down, or the vigilante down. He doesn't know it's Oliver, obviously, but talk the vigilante down of, not stabbing with vertigo, which was already done anyways, but not anymore because it could kill him. So Oliver threw the count at Quentin and the cops to get him off his trail, and then he left. Which if he had his gear, he could have done that in like 2 seconds. Which I get why he didn't. So, Thea starts community service with Laurel. Detective Hall calls Oliver to let him know the count was taken into custody, and that was good seeing him. A doctor said they've never seen that much vertigo put into someone, and manages to survive like the count is doing right now. So he's going through a lot. But the fact that he's not dead is shocking, which you would think he would have some kind of immune system to it, assuming he's like on it all the time, because this is a drug he made, right? So I wonder if he's like a little bit immune. Obviously not fully immune, but I'm interested if he's like a little bit immune to it, to where it's not killing him. It's making him go psycho, which definitely will not help later on, probably. Felicity asks to meet Oliver, and Felicity knows that Oliver's lied to her countless times, but still trusts him. So Felicity shows Oliver the list that Walter gave her, and she tells Oliver that the list is Moira's, and you can tell in Oliver's mind, he's just like breaking into a billion pieces, because now he knows the list is connected to Dark Archer and Moira. So on some level, these two people are connected. And Robert. We have three people that one of them Oliver doesn't know, which is Malcolm, Robert, and Moira. They're all connected to this list. And, I mean, you can only imagine what the hell is going on through Oliver's mind at this point. But, yeah, it's something. So, we're on 112. And we'll be on 113 next week. 114 September 26th. 115 October 3rd. And then the big 10-year Arrowversary will be 116. Now, I'm planning to release a video in the afternoon hours on October 10th, which is again 10-year Arrowversary. Just talking about the Arrowverse in general. 10 years is a long time. It's been a part of me for 7 years. 8 or 7 years. 7 years. Ish. So, yeah. I have a lot I can say. And I probably will say it. But I will still do an Arrow review that night. So, yeah. I might do that Arrowverse video Sunday night into Monday morning. We'll see though. If I change my mind, I will let you guys know. But it'll be Sunday night or Monday morning, Monday afternoon hours. But Monday night, 100% will still be an Arrow review going up, which I think is completely... I did not plan for that. I really didn't. But I will be doing an Arrow review Monday night, that Monday night, and other Monday nights, obviously. But we are still on track to be done with season 1 by the end of November. I'm still debating whether or not I want to start season 2 in December. Because I don't know. Because if we do, it would only be for like 2 or 3 episodes. And from what I remember, the first like 9 episodes are like cliffhanger, 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 cliffhanger. So I would rather just do them back to back weekly instead of waiting 2 weeks, coming back, having to pick up views again, and then just me feeling horrible, and there we go. So I don't know. Because I can't upload the day after Christmas, which is a Monday. It's the 26th. I can't do that because that never ends well for views. You can look at any channel on YouTube. If you upload during a holiday, like a big holiday like Halloween, Christmas, anything like that, it never ends well. January 2nd, the day after New Year's, that Monday will most definitely not be a video out. Unless I decide to upload it that Wednesday or Thursday. But the week of Christmas and New Year's is the same week. I don't plan on doing any content that week. Obviously, December 19th, we could do 203 at that point. Take 2 weeks off and then come back with 204. I don't know. I feel like for me, that would screw up how I do things. So I don't know. I will have it planned out by the time season 1 is done. I just need to look into it more and figure out what I really want to do. It depends where I'm at. On YouTube, in my life. Because things could change by December. I don't know. But I'll still be doing YouTube in December. I'm not going to quit it anytime soon. But just depending how the views are and all that, will heavily determine what I do in December. Will I start season 2 or I wait till January 9th will be when I come back for air reviews. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Because I had some people talk to me about it, ask me what I plan on doing then. I don't know. Because originally, we weren't going to be doing season 1 till literally December 19th. And I was going to take 2 weeks off, like I generally do for the New Year and Christmas. And then come back on the 9th or the 8th with a random video or the air reviews on Monday night. So, it's just, we're a month early than what I was expecting. Because I was uploading on Thursday nights for Arrow reviews. So again, it's a whole thing of what is, the best thing to do. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.